Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom08, and this is episode 1 of my Automate Everything series for modded Minecraft 1.16. In today's episode, I will be automating the Energizing Orb from the mod Powah, and to do this, I will be using the mod Powah and as well as the mod RF tools utility, although that is actually not necessary at all, so you just need the mod Powah to be able to do this. However, I would recommend some sort of mod to use a timer because that is the method I'm going to be using today. So let's get started. So first off, we need to place down the Energizing Orb. This is the block that we are going to be automating, and this is a block that crafts things. And so let's go ahead and set this down. And actually, I want to go ahead and set it up one block because I need to place a hopper underneath it. The method I'm going to be using to automate this is hoppers, basically using vanilla Minecraft mechanics to automate this. So let's go ahead and place down a chest. It can be any old chest or any inventory, and let's set a hopper down going into that chest. So any of the output items from this Energizing Orb will be put into this chest. So the thing about the Energizing Orb is it needs power. However, you cannot connect conduit up to it. So let's go ahead and show that right now. If you try to place conduit beside it, it will not work. So let's go ahead and pick this up. The way that you insert energy into the Energizing Orb is going to be through these energizing rods. And there are, 7 different tiers of these, going from starter all the way up to nitro. And as you can see from the statistics here, the max IO is it increases as you go up to the tier list. So if you start out with the starter or the basic, which is what you will be starting out with, you have either 10 forge energy per tick per energizing rod or 50, and you can place lots of these energizing rods around. So let's go ahead and show that now. So I do have a battery right here that has some energy in it, so let's go ahead and place this down. And actually for showcase purposes, let's go ahead and run an energy cable, and this can be any type of energy cable as long as the max IO is actually it doesn't even have to be as good or above the max IO of the energy rods. As you can see, the max IO of your energy cable is typically much higher than the energizing rod, as we see by the same tier. The nitro tier here is 3k for the energizing rod, whereas it's 200k for the energy cable itself. So let's go ahead and run this. What we're going to do is we're just going to run this by, and then let's go ahead and start throwing down our energy rods. And just to showcase kind of the range here of these things, because I'm actually not 100% sure what the range is, let's go ahead and place a bunch of these down. And they do connect up directly to the energy cable here. They cannot, I believe, be placed out in the world beside not an energy cable here, as I'm trying to place them down there. So now that we have these in here, let's go ahead and show a craft. Traditionally, you craft things with the Energizing Orb by throwing them into, or just right-clicking them onto the Energizing Orb here. And as we can see, we actually have 5 of these are actually able to connect. The last 2 here are not. So that's kind of your range there. And if you hover over this right here at the bottom, you can see where it says 98%. And once it's done, it will be automatically hoppered out. And now we turn that diamond into a niotic crystal, which is one of the crafts. It's one of the simpler crafts. So let's take a look at the Energizing Orb and the recipes here, because that's kind of important to what we're going to be doing today. If we right click on it here, currently there are actually 6 input slots on the Energizing Orb. However, there are 0 crafts, at least in my mod pack, that use all 6 of them. However, we might as well automate this thing to be able to take advantage of all 6 slots, because it's actually rather easy. So I'm actually going to reverse what I did earlier, because I do want to place this on the ground just to make it a little bit easier to automate. So let's actually move it over here as well. Let's place our chest down right here. And then once again, place the hopper down. And once again, how I'm going to be automating this is through vanilla mechanics. I'm going to be using hoppers. So let's go ahead and sit down some hoppers that are facing this right here. As you can see, the hoppers are going to be inputting there. And then let's place 3 more over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to place hoppers facing into the side hoppers there. And then we're going to be hooking up some redstone. So we're going to be controlling the hoppers with redstone here. So what I'm going to do is place down some of the redstone repeaters, and then let's throw down some redstone here. So if you're not familiar with hopper mechanics on redstone, basically they will not allow items to go through them if they are receiving a redstone signal. So that's what we're going to be doing here today. So let's go ahead and place down a block with a redstone torch on top of it. We are going to be inverting this redstone signal. Let's place down another block here, and then we can do redstone here. So that connects up, and right now if I place things into the hopper, they will not move through the hopper because they are receiving a redstone signal. So what we're going to do now is we're going to set up a timer mechanism to tell this system to let items go through one at a time. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a redstone repeater to a 4-tick delay here, and then this isn't actually necessary, but I'm going to put down 1 redstone dust and a timer here. So if we go ahead and blink that, and we have, let's go ahead and throw 1 diamond in here. It will end up in there, and then it will be infused. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this timer to be quite a bit more than that, because that is not enough of a delay to actually finish that craft. The important thing when setting up your timer is giving it enough delay so that your craft before can finish before it tries to insert another item. Because if you try to insert too many items, and let's show this right now, nothing's going to happen here. But if I go ahead and take a couple of those diamonds out, it will start the process. But if I go ahead and throw another diamond in, it will stop the process. So you do not want that happening. So yeah, that's why we're going to use the timer. And let's go ahead and check this off. So pause while redstone is active, and we're going to go ahead and throw down a lever. That's just so you can pause the timer anytime you want. And when you're doing different crafts, you'll want to use different delays. So let's go ahead and use this system once. So let's throw all of our diamonds in here, and let's flip this lever and watch this timer count down. And so a single diamond should be put into here using the redstone here. There we go. We got 1 diamond, and it's going, and the craft is done before the next diamond is able to be input. So that's fantastic. That's what we're after. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this off, and let's try a more complicated craft. And let's see, the nitro crystal is one of the, actually it is the top tier material in the mod Powah. It requires a nether star, 2 blocks of redstone, and a blazing crystal. And so for our crafts here, we are going to be placing each of the individual components in different hoppers here. So basically, I have 6 hoppers here that are controlled by redstone for the 6 different inputs that the Energizing Orb has. So let's go ahead and place down another star, a block of redstone, another block of redstone, and then a block of blazing crystal. And actually, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to sleep, and then I will be back to test this. Okay, so let's finish this off with a better craft, and we are going to be crafting some of the nitro crystals here. And it does produce 16 of them for each craft. So let's go ahead and place some nether stars here, some more redstone, and I want to actually do multiple of these just to show that this will work. We are probably going to have to adjust the timer here. Just as a matter of convenience and speed, I replaced some of the energizing rods with the top tier energizing rods, so this craft should go rather quickly. One thing I might want to do is check my power supply here, because it's not infinite. I could hook it up to my energy system, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and flip this lever on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the first craft, and I'm going to estimate how long it's going to take once we get everything in there. And okay, so there's all our stuff, and it's going. So yeah, it's going to be quite a while, so we do need to adjust that. And actually, I feel like I actually have this very craft set up currently in my actual system, in my base. I feel like it's something along the lines of, what would this be? What, 60 seconds? So yeah, that's... And actually, I could have looked at my timer I have going right now, but that's okay. So essentially, let's go ahead and flip this lever. Okay, so we flipped the lever at around 50%. Definitely not exactly 50%, but close to anyways. So we're at 75%. Let's see here. We're still at 1700. Let's just watch this play out because it should be able to work. With this producing 16 items, it does take a little bit of time for that hopper down here to actually pull all 16 of those items out. So if we look at this chest right here, we are getting the nitro crystals. And once all of the nitro crystals are out, it should be able to receive more items and then be able to craft again. So what I'm going to do is cut away until this timer is about to hit 0, and then I will be back. Okay, and we're back. The timer is just under 5 seconds, so let's go see if this will work like it should. I don't see any problems here, and there we go. So this is how you automate the energizing orb from the mod Powah. Basically, you use redstone control, some hoppers, and you give it some power, and boom, you have automation. So this is a pretty simple method. You also can use a timer from a mod. There are lots of different timers from different mods, or you can build your own redstone timer using vanilla redstone. It's up to you how you want to do it, but that is how you automate the energizing orb from Powah. If you learned something, feel free to drop a like down below. If you're interested in learning more about automation in modern Minecraft, subscribe for more videos like this one. Signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.